Summertime in the Sky with your girl Shay Monroe. I am here with my guest. My man HD is in the building. What's good?
Doing excellent. I'm doing excellent. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I'm so excited that you're even here. Welcome to Summertime in the Sky.
Yeah.
I know it's a little hot right now, but we're going to have some fun.
Absolutely.
Listen, guys, I'm so excited to have him here. You know, I've been watching you, and like the minute I've seen you, I'm like, yo, wait, hold up.
Yeah.
And I know you get it a lot.
Yeah,
so
most definitely.
I'm like, you know what, I'm going through my questions and I'm combing through them, and I'm like, I don't want to do the interview where everybody's going to ask certain questions. But just so y'all can know exclusively, this is the first interview here at the Shay Monroe Experience with my man HD.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about some things. And, you know, the sun going to get hot, but we got it.
Right, that's God right there. That's good.
That's
good. That's good. We need that. We need that. It's perfect for the flesh. Yeah.
But, you know, I just want to jump in straight into who is HD?
Yeah, so, you know, HD is a, you know, ordinary kid from Brooklyn, raised by pretty much everyone, you know, the people within his community, his family. And, you know, he embarked on a different journey, you know, only because, you know, the people within his community was, you know, so adamant about him, you know, actually fulfilling his destiny and being great, and they all saw that. And so it was up to me to really just, you know, implement everything that they was telling me and to really go with what I had as far as my gift and my talent. So I appreciate those people.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
That's super dope. And it's so good to have people around like that. That's gonna, you know, like a village really does raise you and really make you like who you are as a person.
Absolutely.
So like when you come up with the name HD, where did that name come from?
So the name HD is funny where it derived from. So at the time, around, I would say when I was like, you know, 16 or whatnot, I had a manager, and he was managing me. He was doing a good job, and you know, he was shopping me around. He was doing what he had to do, and we were sitting in the car one day, and you know, the first name was Young Rel. Obviously, my first name is Terrell, so it was like Rel. You know what I mean? So we were sitting in the car one day, and he was like, "No, you know, you're Young HD," and I don't know what he thought about that name. You know, and as to me, as of now, for me, it's more so like I would say I'm a vision for the people. You know, in the youth and the generation and the culture. But that's where that name arrived from. And he said Young HD. And as I got older, I was like, you know what? Let's remove the young and let's just put the HD there. And then, you know, let's put the hyphen in between the two letters to separate it. You know what I mean? So I'm not just, you know, attached to everybody else with those names and whatnot. So yeah, that's where it derived from.
Yes.
Sure.
Yo, listen, when I searched HD, anybody that's captivating.
So
you're gonna be like, wait a minute, hold on. Like, first of all, you got me doing work in my Google search. Now I gotta put the H in the dash.
You gotta do that.
Right.
Separate
And that's
it.
dope though. But that's really you know good that you got your name coming from someone who's like, listen, it's gonna be this, and then it sticks. And then it becomes, you know, a part of who you are. So that's super dope.
Absolutely.
And you know, I think that's great that, you know, like you said you was at a young age, you would go with Young Rel. Young Rel wouldn't work.
It's too many Young Rels. Too many Young Rels.
Too many young everybody.
Too many,
Right.
Too many youngs and littles,
so
everybody.
And you're definitely in a different caliber. You're in a whole
Absolutely.
different type of, yo, like, first of all, I love hip hop. So when I hear you rap, I'm like, nah, run that back. Like it's so good to feel hip hop again.
Absolutely.
And I feel like you're bringing it back and you're bringing it, like, listen, guys,
it's fresh.
It ain't died.
No,
wait a minute, we coming. It's fresh.
It's fresh. New sounds.
Love that.
Thank you.
I
Appreciate
love that.
it.
Yes,
Appreciate
indeed.
it.
So when did you start rapping?
So I would say, you know, the age of 10 years old. When I was 10 years old, and I'll give you a little backstory on how everything, you know, happened. It was just where I was raised. I think that's what happened. My household, I was raised by 4 women, and my aunts and whatnot, and so obviously they were listening to a lot of R&B, you know, a lot of soul music. It raised me, it raised my cousins, it raised us, and so naturally I became infatuated with just music. And so my cousin, she was rapping at the time. I mean, all my other cousins too. And so, like, every day when I would get home from school, I would always see like these ciphers taking place down the block from school.
Nice.
So I would say to myself, you know, one day I'm actually gonna try to like get myself involved with that, but how do I do it? And so I just did my research. I studied their movements, I studied their flows as I would go to these ciphers and just watch and observe. And so one day I was like, you know what? I'm actually going to go and join the cipher. And I did it. And, you know, that day changed my life forever, because that's when I really was like, okay, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. And I already knew, like, the universe was just telling me to go with it, especially because where my household, it was just so natural. And so that's how I started the rap. And then I did my history on, like, my research on all the other, you know, pioneers of hip hop. And because that's an important factor. And everybody needs to do that, because those are the predecessors. And they, you know, they paved the way for us today. It's important. So, yeah, 10 years old.
Right, 10 years old.
Yeah.
Listen,
10.
10 years old, you know, you like a man a little bit at 10. So you still, learning and you getting on you and you're doing your research. That's important, right? Because a lot of rappers come out and then they rapping, and you're like, I don't like it. It's awful. What are you doing? Where does this come from? And not because no one has a backstory. It's just that some people just when they just rapping because they can rap or they know how to put words together, but it's like, what are you saying that's gonna make me resonate with what like I can say, you know what? This makes sense. Right, makes sense. This song is something that I can relate to. Yeah. I remember back in the day, and the fact that you said, you got older people in your family. In my family, exactly. That's saying, and the women are the backbone. Exactly. We gonna hold it down. Like, listen, it's gonna be like this. So that's super. Like, oh my God, that's so amazing. And then your voice. Yeah. Your voice. Is like one of a kind. Yeah, most definitely. And I know you hear it a million trillion times. Of course. I lost the bet because of your voice. You almost got out. I do. And I got you. I got you. And I literally, first time I heard it, my brother was like, listen to this. Yeah. Who is this? So I'm listening to the track. What track was it? It was one of your tracks. It was, oh gosh. I'm drawing a blank. Can we say or can we something? It's something with Ken. Okay. But it was a while back when he said it to me, and I'm listening to it. I listened to like 15 seconds, and I'm like, that's one of Jay's old songs. He's like, you sure? So I'm like, yeah. Yeah. Why? He's like, nah, it's not. So then he listened, and I'm sitting there like, oh, I know him. Yeah. Like, I made it up. I lost the damn bet. So I was so mad. I was like, what is it? But it was so like, so many people around the world. I'm looking at the comments and it's just like, yo, like, when you get compared to one of the greats, to one of the greats. Yeah. Like, that's good. That's great. That's amazing. I get compared to Whitney Houston all the time when I sing. Yeah. People say that. Yeah. I don't say they believe it, but But when you get compared to something like that, do you think that's more helpful or hindering to your career? It's helpful. I mean, it's a compliment. It's great. I've never took it like any negative impact from it, because I watch a lot of Kobe interviews and all of the greats that came before us, and obviously they get compared. You study your roots. Yes. And so it's like you come here, you study them, but you want to be better. You know what I'm saying? You want to be and that's what they would want. And I would hope, and I would want that for myself. If there was another, artist coming up underneath me and he saw me and he was like, yo, I want to, but it's not just one person. I feel like, because like I said, hip hop is a collective effort from everyone. Absolutely. So I've studied everyone, you know what I'm saying? I've studied, Big L, I've studied Kane, I've studied Audio 2, I've studied L, I've studied, Queen Latifah, I've studied MC Light, I've studied Jay, I've studied Big and Nas and M. I've done my research, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for those people, those individuals. Absolutely. So yeah, it's a compliment, and like you said, to be compared to one of the greats, you don't see that every day. You don't. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. So, but you have those periods when you had the Kobe's coming. You know what I mean? Absolutely. And they compare him to Jordan. You know what I'm saying? But what can you do? He's great. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. And then you get LeBron. You know what I'm saying? You get KD. You get all these other great individuals. So yeah, most definitely, it's a great thing for sure. Because with so many people, they're just when they're older or whatever, they're stuck in their ways. Yeah. So when you're used to a certain MC, then it's kind of like, so what? Y'all want to? He's like older. He's a dad, and he wants to. He did his job. He did his thing. And he set the pavement. And he set the ways, and that was the purpose of people like you. Yeah. That's what he wants. He's proud. Yeah. He's like, yo, first of all, the kid's from Brooklyn. Yeah. Big up for that. That's super dope. Yeah. The kid is black. Shout out to that. Yeah, yeah. Sound like me. And it's like a lot of people is gonna look at the opportunity and, oh, you sound like him. You want to be like him. No, yeah, of course. And my thing, I'm like, good. Yeah, you should, because it's too many babies in this world that I'm losing out on. I don't know. It's too many people with too many that sound alike, and then you come out and your sound is so different. It's different. Yeah. And not different like you've never heard of it. It's just different that we haven't heard in a while. Right. Like you went vintage. You pulled out the big joint on us. Yeah. Like we wasn't prepared for that. Ghetto Sunday, had to do it. Yeah. So first of all, Ghetto Sunday, we're gonna get into that. Because I was like blasting Ghetto Sunday in my crib all night. That's a classic. It is a classic. Like really, like super dope classic. Yeah. And we're gonna jump into that. But let me ask you, because see, I call them bozos and bozolinas.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's in the world. How do you deal with the bozos and bozolinas of the world that's coming at you since you've been more?
Yeah, I mean,
you know.
Oh man, it's you don't pay no mind. I mean, I think that's what I normally do. You don't pay no mind. You focus on positivity, and within my camp, my team, we always speaking into an existence, and we all speaking about positive energy, and we always, love is love, because people, when they comment or they make an opinion, sometimes it's not out of because they're educated, they didn't do their research, and it's just an opinionated question. I mean, a opinionated statement. You know what I'm saying? They may not even know you from a hole in the wall. You know what I'm saying? So I look at, like I said, all of the greats that came before me, Whitney and Michael and Prince and all these greats that I look up to. Like, everybody gets, that, like, oh, I don't like, it's normal. It's supposed to happen. But it's an unfortunate yes, because, like I always, be educated before you open your mouth, about something. You know what I'm saying? Don't just snap and just open up your mouth. But we paid no mind, honestly, because there's too much positive energy in the world, and the music is doing great around the world. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So it's paid no mind. That's in any situation, wherever you work, whatever you do, like, focus on positive. You know what I'm saying? It's too much good in the world. Like, you know what I'm saying? Look at the sun. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
It's too much.
Absolutely. And you know what? Like, when you go into, like, so many people having that attitude is amazing, and it's gonna be, extremely helpful towards your transition, because you're gonna need you got a backbone of all the beautiful women in the crib, and now you got a camp, that people that's gonna protect you, and people who don't know you, that's going to be ready to ride for you. Like, what you talking about? I'm in radio. I get in my feelings. I'm reading something. I'm like, first of all, you don't even know him.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And you're going to have so many people that you never met.
Right.
And the energy is going to just be there.
Right.
So that's going to be, super, super amazing.
Right.
So shout out to all the haters out there.
Exactly. You got to love them.
You got to love them.
Love is love.
Without you, I'm
nothing. Love is love. The number's still growing.
The numbers is growing, right? I'm gonna still be at the top.
Yeah,
baby.
exactly.
I feel you.
I'll show you love.
Always.
Got
I will still give you a hug.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
Clearly, you need one. You're going through some things right now.
Exactly.
I totally agree. So let me ask you this, because you talking vintage. You talking my type of time.
Yeah.
You can collab with anybody in the world, live or dead, any artist ever. Who would it be?
Oh man, Prince. Hands down, Prince. That's my favorite. That's he's one of my all-time favorite. Honestly, I study him a lot. I study him a lot. It don't get no greater than that for me. I mean, Michael, of course, absolutely. Him and Michael, but Prince is his artisticness. I mean, playing instruments, creativity, knowing what he wanted to do, his know-how. I mean, self-awareness is. Yeah, I learned a lot from him as far as music and being a person and an individual. Yeah.
I love Prince too. One thing I did learn about Prince is he, growing up with his background and everything, it takes a lot as an artist to really say, I want this, and I don't care what nobody say.
Right.
And I'm doing it. And in the industry, everyone's going to tell you how to do it, how to sit, how to be this way. And he like, nope, I'm wearing these purple thongs, and I don't care. And, even everything that happened with his masters, learning the business behind it, because we're just listening to your music and being helpful and learning it and appreciating your music, but you got to do more work than that.
There's a lot of
You're
business.
more work than other than spitting balls. You got business to do.
You got to make sense.
Right.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's a lot of business.
Yeah, so I think that's super dope. Prince. Rest in peace to Prince, and
there's others. Man, it's hard. There's others.
Listen.
Whitney, like you said, Whitney.
Listen,
Whitney.
man, I tell you, we gonna collab. I got
you.
Yeah,
we got
But it's tough. But listen. Yeah. That's great. That was one of my grades. I was thinking like, what person have I had to ever like meet again? I'm like, I want to do a song with Pac.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, it's so like, so the creativity behind it is just so, you gotta do something. But with all of the music that's happening and this transition, how was your home life transitioning into this popular person?
I mean, it's more so it was expected. Yeah. So it's not a culture shock to anyone, and it's natural. You know what I mean? So it's like, even for me, it's no pressure. Like because I'm always gonna be myself no matter what. Yes. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much, how many followers you get, how much stardom you get. Right. It's just more so I'm gonna always be me. And so with my family, my mom, my aunts, and everything like that, and my team, it's just like this is what's supposed to be for you. You understand this.
Right.
This was we knew it was gonna happen for you. We
Right.
know it's supposed to happen for you. So there's no coach shock. And like you said, what you mentioned, our goal and our objective is to protect you and have you in our best interest, because we know that a lot is gonna swarm in on you, and people are gonna associate with you as a benefit, or they're gonna associate with you to actually hurt you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's their job and my job to keep an open eye on those things.
Absolutely.
But it's an amazing feeling, and I love the publicity, and I love speaking to people, and motivating people and motivating the youth, because like I said, I'm a vision and a voice for the people. It's important. You know
Absolutely,
what I'm saying?
because you have a responsibility. As an artist, and when you have a platform, you got other little boys out there and other little girls that's going to look to you and say, how does he deal with this? And if you're a negative Nancy, they're going to be negative.
They're going to be negative.
They're going to think that. And, even, when I say there's no comparison, because you're your own identity, you have your own identity when it comes to Jay. But people are going to always associate you with him. Of course, the way you sound, your flow, and everything. And some people are not going to be so supportive, right? And that's cool. which is perfect. Fine.
Yeah, that's cool. Gotta have those,
right? I need you.
Gotta have them.
That's cool. And on top of it, you're like, what? In the midst of the transition, having these people around, I'm pretty sure when Jay was coming up, he had Emery, he had Tata, and they still, he's still like those.
And he was getting compared too,
Absolutely.
So it's like, it happens. It's gonna happen.
It's a part of the process of being. Being famous and being acknowledged, because you're gonna go on 1,000 other interviews and they're gonna be like, of course, blah 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 blah, and you're gonna be like, yo, this is me. I don't know what to tell you. Like,
that's it.
I don't got no voice box on.
No,
I sound like this.
No, this is all me. This is me. And it's funny, if you listen to my father talk, my dad, you'd be like, whoa,
right?
I sound like my pop. Like it's just you speak to us on the phone, you're like, I can't even distinguish, because we sounded like it's just God gave me, the universe, God gave me whatever He wanted to give me, right? And it's my calling. You know what I'm saying? This is my calling. Happens to go into music. Yeah, absolutely.
So when on a regular day, you in the store buying a sandwich, is somebody like, is Jay in the building, or is it like?
No. I've never gotten that, actually. No? I've never gotten that, but no, I've never gotten that, actually. More so. Well, actually, recently I was in Williamsburg and I was walking, and people were like now starting to notice me, like, yo, H.
How's that?
It's good. Like I said, it was good. It's to like, I love giving feedback, and I'm so positive about it, and there's no negativity. So people already know how I carry myself. You know what I'm saying? So, and I want to thank, like the Marines, because that's why I joined the Marines. So everything that I'm into, like how I carry myself now, is because of that. You know what I'm saying? So I know how to maneuver and how to handle and deal with certain situations. You know what I'm saying? So it don't bother me. It's a great thing.
Because I was going to say, a little birdie told me that you were in the Marines, and I'm like, what? Yeah. Like, so let's touch that. Let's touch some light for the people. What was that like?
Amazing. It's amazing when you look at it from the outside. When you're in, you don't see all the benefits because you're in it. You know, and it's happening so fast. And you're always trying to figure out what's the meaning for this. What's the reason? You're always trying to figure out explanation and how to justify the situation. But as I've transitioned out and I'm looking in, I'm like, wow, everything that I've learned and how I carry myself today is because of, the military, and, even with the training and just learning basic survival skills and how to survive in a universe around, multiple energies. And then again, even on a professional level. And I think that's what we need as far as our youth, because I see it a lot and I watch a lot of interviews. And, you see a lot of artists, they don't really have it all developed. And I think is a foundation that needs to be built. And luckily for me, I was able to join the military. I was fortunate enough, to serve my country, work for the White House specifically as an administrator, one of the head administrators in the headquarters department. So I've been around some stuff, and I've seen things like it was a good thing. So, and the people that I've met in there, I met my manager now, my business partner, my photographer. Like I met all these people. Like the universe is like, this is, I'm putting you here so you can put all these pieces around you, and then it'll make sense in the end. You know what I mean? Right. Now it's all making sense to me.
It's all making sense.
So you run with it.
Because God makes no mistakes.
No,
He put everybody
absolutely
in
not.
your life for a reason.
Absolutely not.
That is very true.
Yeah.
So
sure.
like, and and you think of Marine, I'm thinking structure. I think discipline. And mentally. More than anything else.
Yeah. You gotta have it.
So when you left the Marine, what was that transition like from leaving there to going home?
It was difficult, not the easiest, only because like I already knew that I wanted to pursue music, and so my thing was just trying to figure out the right way. And so when you leave the military, they actually help you and assist you with schooling and things of that nature. So I was like, you know what, maybe I should just go to school and learn a different craft. But it's music always calls my name.
Always.
And so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna give it 100%.
Yes.
And when I finally made that decision, I met my producer.
Yes.
I mean, Fresh Beats, and we've built a chemistry over almost 6 months now, and we're always in the studio. And it's like that element. Once you have that producer there,
yes.
and you have your cameraman,
yes.
that's the bread and butter.
Right.
You can't lose. You know what I mean? You can't lose. And
Absolutely.
so God put those pieces around me for a reason, and everybody came together and said, we're going to work and we're going to do this. We're going to make it happen. And we're making it happen now. Yeah. And literally, I just got the military last year.
Right.
So all of this is transpired.
This is like, but that's how it goes.
Yeah.
Because like you just wake up one day.
Yeah.
And you just look at your following.
Yeah.
And you just, just regular family and people and now you got thousands of followers.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it's a beautiful thing.
I can only imagine your DM. Did you get 30 messages?
I mean, I've gotten a lot of messages from females. So shout out to the Shay Room, as a matter of fact. They posted Ghetto Sunday.
Okay.
They reached out to me, which was incredible. Like I was at Macy's and I was sitting there about to buy some shoes, and I get looking at the DM and it's the Shade Room saying, "Hey, can we repost Ghetto Sunday?" And I'm like, absolutely. Love is love.
Yes,
love is love.
And
they reposted it, and almost 55,000 followers within 2 days. We did 4 million views on their page. That's probably like one of the most popular videos on Shade Room.
Yes.
And it's now trickling down, and it's still going. It's incredible because right now the video is trending, the name is trending. You know what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful thing. Everything happens for a reason.
Absolutely, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
So when you wrote Ghetto Sunday, because you got Ghetto Sunday Part 1 and then you
have
Part 2. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm telling you right now, everybody. When you're listening to Ghetto Sunday Part 1 and Part 2, it starts off, it's the same beat. I was a little drunk, so I thought I had replayed the song again, but I didn't. I was like, wait, no, it's a Part 2.
Yeah.
When you did Ghetto Sunday Part, what was like, where did this creative juices come from?
Wow, so I was driving. And I came up with the song. And I was putting the lyrics together as I was driving. And I did Ghetto Sunday Part 2. That was the first one. That was the first one. Ghetto Sunday Part 2 was the first Ghetto Sunday. And I said, I don't really like this that much. I could do better on this. It's always room for self-improvement. I always tell myself that. There's never a point where you're like, I'm going to be complacent. Exactly. So, I was driving one day and I said, how do I make this better? And how do I, put it to where everyone around the world is going to understand, and it's going to resonate with everyone, and everyone will be able to relate and be impacted by it in a positive way.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's when I started to really put together the words so everyone can understand. Because a lot of my music sometimes it get a little bit intricate because I throw a lot of metaphors, I throw a lot of innuendos in there.
Yeah.
But I said this is going to be the one that I'm going to give it to you, you know. And as I'm driving, I'm hitting every red light, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to put this line here, I'm going to put this line here, and put this line here. And I got home and I finalized the whole entire thing, and I was like, all right, I'm ready to go to the studio, and I'm ready to record it. Recorded the record. It came out well. It went through a process of mastering, from different individuals.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to make sure, okay, I want this got to be perfect. This has to be pristine for me. And we put it out, and the reaction from the people around me.
Yes.
And, when we shot the video, shout out to Shay, my photographer, videographer. We shot the video in Brooklyn. We went to Red Hook. We went to Bed-Stuy. We went all over Brooklyn. Yeah. We went on the FDR. We drove. We just did so much. We just wanted to capture everything. And it was a simple video, just me in it. And I'm just talking. And naturally, the video did 100,000 views within a week. And just to see everyone from around the world, different flags from around the world is commenting and they're impacted by it. It's like, whoa, okay, this is the record. Now let's put the resources and the sources into the record so we can get it to the masses more so. But that's how the record was created. And honestly, Ghetto Sunday Part 1, I didn't like it.
Really?
So when I didn't even, I was like, this is not it.
Yeah.
I said, oh no, this is not it. I was like, nah, I don't even know if this is going to be the one. And everyone was like, bro, let me tell you, this is your first record.
Yes.
And look what it's doing now.
Right.
So it's amazing how everything transpired.
Isn't it normally like that though?
I guess so.
Music? Like some people single, they like, I don't think this is it. And they like, nah, this is the banger. Like, cause you got a lot of music out. So when I started doing my own research, I'm like, well, damn, it's like a lot.
There's a lot now.
A lot of EPs, a lot of singles, but a lot of the music is so good. Yeah. And
thank you.
It's so it's I tell you no lie, I literally felt like I was back in the 90s. Yeah. And I'm a young tenderoni, y'all. Shut up. And I'm like, listen, it had that old school feeling. Like that, like my favorite rapper is Rakim.
Nice.
That's my favorite rapper.
Yeah.
Big Daddy Kane, Jay-Z, like those old school, like they just so smooth.
Yeah.
And they just like, listen, they probably was like in a lounge chair rapping, like not even caring, and it gave me that feeling.
Yeah.
And what a feeling is that memory.
Yeah.
And if it's a good one, that's when you're gonna connect with your people.
Right.
Because it's gonna be like, his voice reminds me of a time, that cookout in Bed-Stuy, that cookout in Harlem back in the day.
Yep.
That's what it reminds me of, and that's why I love your flow. I love.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. I can't tell you 100 times because I was I love it.
Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Thank you. I really appreciate
y'all, it. This Shay Monroe experience. I had it first. So I'm telling y'all now.
Monroe.
Listen.
In the sky. We here.
In the sky. In the hot sky. But listen.
Shay Greer going. Yeah.
Shay Greer is going there.
Yeah.
I got a whole 1,000 other million questions, but I'm gonna just try to put it all together.
Yeah.
For the ladies out there,
Mm-hmm.
I got y'all. Don't worry.
Oh,
so here we go. We're gonna get a little spicy for the ladies. So like, are you single? Are you married? Are you just?
I'm cooling right now.
You cooling? He cooling, y'all.
Yeah.
So slide in those DMs.
I'm cooling right now.
He cooling,
I'm cooling right now. Yeah, I'm taking my time.
You're gonna have a lot of ladies like, hey, listen. What's up?
whatever God throw me, that's it. I'm a firm believer of that.
I think that's dope. So what's like if you had to have a perfect woman in your mind, like, and I don't mean like what does she look like in a perspective of physical, like what is your partner? Like what's she?
Perfect. Ideal for me.
Ideal.
Yeah, I would say understanding, because when you're in the music business, there has to be an understanding.
Yes.
And they have to understand your career and what it entails and what you have to do to uphold your image and the responsibilities of it. And I think that's important. And so an understanding, a basic understanding, as long as she can understand what I do and respect what I do and respect my love for the craft.
Yes.
If someone doesn't respect, your craft, anything, whether it's rap, no matter what it is, if they don't respect it and they don't respect you, that you're passionate about it, it throws this imbalancement, you know what I'm saying? It becomes unbalanced, and then there's the negative energy, and then everything goes off path, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's they have to be on the same chapter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's important. So if she has an understanding and, obviously, there's personalities that I like, and you know what I'm saying? And so,
So she gotta be quirky, she gotta be funny, she gotta
I like smart, I like, you know what I mean? I like smart, I like intelligent. Yeah. No. I don't want to pretend to be smart and they don't really know too much.
Don't fake me now.
Exactly, don't fake me. Don't audible on me now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, smart, intellectual, and pretty in her own way. You know what I'm saying? Like that's pretty much it. Yeah.
I feel you. Listen, ladies. If you're gonna come at him, he needs you with some personality. You gotta understand, and you gotta listen. He gonna be in his studio 5 in the morning. Right? It's gonna be like that sometimes.
Yeah, gotta understand.
Make that chicken. You know what I mean? When he get home, that's all he cares for. I feel you. Listen, when you are in the industry and then you are eventually gonna grow into a family man, it is gonna come with the late hours.
Of course.
And I gotta fly all the way to wherever in the middle of the night. It can be. Hard, so
sacrifices.
But I mean, hey, that's what you signed up for.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
what you're destined for.
Exactly.
So whoever it is, they're gonna have to ride. They listen. You're gonna get left, or you're gonna get right, baby. It's up to you.
Everybody got an expiration date.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Listen, everybody get expired.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted.
Yeah. I don't care if you're not GMO.
Right. I don't care. You heard what he said. HD said I ain't said it. Listen, man. I appreciate you coming on the Shay Monroe Experience.
Most definitely.
And before I leave, I just want to say, from the bottom of my heart and everybody else, thank you. Thank you for your music. Thank you for continuing to go. And we got you.
Thank you.
We're going to hold you down. We're going to play your music. Listen, we're going to go to the club with the CD in the backpack. Like, play this.
Take it like this, That's
the way it's going to be. But before we close out, let me ask you, what is 3 words that you live by every day?
Honor, integrity, and passion. Those are the 3 elements that I live by. I think that's important. With honor and integrity, you being, be honest with yourself, and self-awareness, self-improvement. Know who you are. So when you go home, you look in the mirror. There's no battle. With that person. You know what I'm saying? You're not unsatisfied with what you've done throughout the day. You know what I mean? I think that's really important. And then passion for whatever it is that you do, whether, you love someone, whether, you want to reach a certain goal. Like, I think you should just be passionate about it and stick to it, and never lose focus because of, somebody wanting to discourage. Because like I said, It's always, they don't understand, they're not educated on you. You know, it's opinionated. Yep. So believe in your God, believe in your energy, because that's all that you have. You know what I'm saying? And nothing will happen unless you beat your feet. You know what I'm saying? That's you can pray, but you got to beat your feet. You got to help them and help your God and the God that's in you, and believe in that and speak into existence all the time, because it's going to happen. You know, your calling is your calling.
That's
sure.
right. Listen.
For sure.
Listen,
Shay Monroe experience.
Baby.
Yeah.
Shay Monroe. That is from his mouth to God's ears. Y'all heard it first.
Yes.
HD, Shay Monroe experience, summertime in the sky.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much again for joining us. This is going to be amazing. We're
going
to drink our sangria, and we're going to chill out for a little bit. Cheers.
Yeah.
Peace.
I can't have it. Yeah.
You want some more?